There's a time to bring together those who matter, those we cherish, those we love. When we celebrate our spirit and go further, go beyond, go above. For if that spirit powers our purpose, provides us with the means and the drive, we're meant to put our hearts into service. It's the reason.
We've been getting ready all day. Tonight is the night my father finally meets the Thursday night club. And yes, I realize it's Friday night, but it's been a long time since the club confined itself to Thursdays. Ava, Izzy, and I have been living in this house since the start of junior year, so we obviously see each other every day. And Randy and Kevin live together, so there's that. The club is really excited about meeting my dad, but they're also worried that he might be coming to indoctrinate them. You see, since long before I was born, my father has been doing Christmas projects to help people in need. They're the highlight of the year for me. But even though they tell me how much they admire what we do at Christmas, the club has never joined me. Ava says a project would get in the way of her becoming a global business titan by the time she's 30. Kevin always seems to be working multiple jobs and taking the maximum number of credits. Izzy is always in a new production or helping out in someone else's. And Randy. Frankly, I don't know what Randy's excuse is. Too many discs to spin, too many chips to eat. And me? I'm Jessy. I've never thought their reasons for not helping others held much water. But still, I love them all.
This meal's just delicious. I especially liked the spinach dip.
You liked it? Wait, Jessy, did you tell him to say that?
No, it was wonderful. It really was. Everything was really good.
So, Pa, not to put you on the spot in front of my friends, but we really need to finalize our project for this year.
Yes, we do, Mia. I am considering the ideas you and your brother proposed. You know, I don't think that even we can get the city to turn the empty government building into affordable housing.
Okay, that might have been a tad ambitious.
No, a tad ambitious is great. Even moderately crazy ambitious is perfect. But impossibly ambitious? Even the cabras need to understand that there are some limitations.
Okay, but there were some other good ideas on that list.
Yes,
right?
they were. It was so good that it was hard for me to make a decision. However, if the Thursday night club would like to participate...
This wasn't indoctrination.
Sorry, Pa. The club thinks that you've come here so that we could gang up on them.
Gang up? Never in a million years. I'm really just here to spend time with the people that made my daughter's college life a joy.
Okay, but I actually do want to hear about some of your stories. Is it true that you once started an entire sports league for immigrant children?
Well, sometimes it's hard for them to sign up for things like Little League and flag football.
I like the one about the free babysitting co-op so young parents can go on date nights.
Date nights are more important than people realize, as Jesse's mom has reminded me on more than one occasion.
Hey, I have an idea. Do you know how many students are currently suffering from the burrito shortage?
I didn't realize there was a burrito shortage, Randy.
There is if you don't have the money to buy them.
Well, maybe that's a cause you should take up yourself then.
Yeah, that's all right. I got my calendar fully booked.
Yes, Jesse has let me know how all of you are just so busy.
Well, between my job and my upcoming internship...
And if an opportunity presented itself right now that you just knew was not only a good thing to do for others, but it would vastly improve your life, you wouldn't have time for that?
My reading pile is already up to the ceiling.
As I was saying, Pa.
Tough group. Okay. I really didn't come here to indoctrinate you. But now that we're on the topic, what would it take to get you to start charitable projects of your own?
Well, if you could maybe create a 30-hour day, then I'd be more than happy.
Time expands when you're doing something that's important to you. You didn't know that, Kevin? And there's a reason why they call wasted time wasted.
Yeah, hey, I don't think anyone here is exactly wasting their time, man.
How good are you at night raid?
I'm a master. Why, you play?
I rest my case.
That's not entirely fair, Mr. Cabral. Sure, we blow off steam from time to time, but we're all working at maximum effort.
So you're working harder than Jessy.
Maybe, I mean, it's not like we compare output or anything.
Well, your output will need to be awfully high considering the time she dedicates to school and the time she dedicates to helping others.
But can we just take a breath here?
You're right. I can get overly passionate sometimes. Look, I understand how focused you all are in setting up your future, and I applaud you for that. But your future is about much more than you. It's about everyone in the world around you. And the only way that future becomes a future that you want to live in is if you take an active role in making it that way. We have a mission in this world that comes before being famous or being business titans or making people want to dance. That mission is to be kind to others, to lend others a hand, to give them a chance to reach for their own dreams.
That is a pretty big burden, sir.
That's the thing. It isn't. No one is expecting you to save the world single-handedly. Even I realize that's not possible. But I can tell you something real right now, if you're open to it. You're gonna see a sign, and that sign is gonna point you towards doing something that makes a real difference. The question is, are you open to it?
Don't hurt yourself. Mr. Cabral is a pretty cool guy, huh?
Yeah, almost as cool as my own dad.
I don't think I've ever heard you speak about your father, Randy.
Consider yourself lucky. You actually give me a count. So, what do you think of the whole you'll get a sign thing?
If the universe wants to send me a message, I'll hear what it has to say.
The universe sent me a message this morning. It says if you don't get that paper in on Monday, you could kiss summa cum laude goodbye. Think you could take this football game outside?
Hey, Iz. You okay?
I just got off the phone with Jessy. She's on her way home.
What? Why?
There was a driver going the wrong way. Her father was hit. He's gone.
You're gonna see a sign. And that sign is gonna point you towards doing something that makes a real difference. The question is, are you open to it?
Just to caution you, this is only what I was able to pull together based on researching you online because my professor wanted a draft of this before I even met with you. I could do so much more with detailed information, but even with what we have here, I think you'll agree with me that taking a deep dive into your operations will net impressive results.
Does this pie chart have a category for a bonus pool?
It does, of course. A small one only. All my research indicates that if the bonus pools are too big, employees are more inclined to prioritize their own needs over the organization's.
Well, people that work at assisted living facilities tend not to get bonuses as part of their compensation packages.
I see. But there is a way to address that, of course. Staff realignment. You're not getting a full 8-hour workday from all the members of your team. If there was less overlapping jobs, everyone would have no choice but to work optimally.
So you're suggesting that we trim the staff?
It's the obvious choice, isn't it?
Well, it might not be as obvious as you think. First, everyone here needs to work for a living. And letting people go for a few extra points in the profit would create a great deal of hardship. And then there's the residents. The reason why they're happy here is because our staff is readily available to them. If that were no longer the case, then the mood around here would change dramatically.
There would only be an adjustment period, that's all. Ultimately, your residents would probably be happier with a facility that ran like clockwork.
In all of my experience, I think that you're forgetting something in your calculations. You're forgetting the human factor.
The human factor. Why do people keep bringing up the human factor? Here's what I know. Business is business, and sometimes the human factor needs to be secondary.
I don't think that the human factor needs to be secondary in any business. But whether that's the case or not, it is definitely never secondary in a business such as this one. Ava, when you called me up, I just thought you wanted to meet about volunteering. I wasn't expecting a whole PowerPoint presentation.
I find that visuals could be so effective in getting a message across.
Yes. However, PowerPoint presentations aren't necessary because volunteers aren't involved in our daily operations.
So, you don't think you need help in the front office?
Well, with the budget as tight as this one, we need all the help we can get, but that's really not the point. Ava, the real difference you can make is by spending time with the residents. Although it's never gonna show up in an analysis like the one you created here, that's what we need most.
Spending time with your residents. Doing what?
Just being with them. Having a simple conversation, watching television, playing a board game or cards.
And that would make the most difference.
More than you could ever imagine. Many of the good folks here they're at the end of their lives. Well, they're alone.
That's definitely not what I had in mind when I decided to do my assignment here.
Ava, you're a bright young woman, and I really appreciate all of the effort that you put into this presentation. But if you really want to assist us, it's essential that you get to know the residents. It would be more helpful than you can possibly imagine. You might even find it helpful to yourself.
Thanks for your time.
Good luck with everything, Ava.
It appears the good Lord has seen fit to give us another beautiful day, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
He's always giving us signs of his love, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you think you could do me a favor, dear?
Sure.
Would you mind sitting with me for a few minutes? I've been here by myself for a while now.
Sure, I'll sit with you for a minute.
Hey, Izzy, what's up?
Yeah, I was looking for you in the theater. So I have like 4 lines.
I think it's 3, actually, but they're 3 really good lines. And at least 1 big laugh, which will be perfect for you.
So all these years of theater training and I'm the comic relief?
Izzy, you and I talked about this earlier in the semester. The program has an unusually high number of lead actors right now,
And someone needs to sweep the floors at night, I get it.
I love your spirit, Izzy.
Are you here to see Rhonda too?
Who's Rhonda?
So, no then?
I don't even know where I am right now. I just needed a place to crash for a minute before facing the rest of this day.
Tough one, huh?
Just one of those times where everything loses its meaning at once.
Been there.
I'm guessing by the briefcase you're not a student here?
I graduated a few years ago. I work for the hospital now. We're trying to expand our registry of bone marrow donors, so I'm here to see if I can set up a table for a few days. It's literally a life-saving gift.
Yeah, I can imagine how important it is. Looks like you have a bit of a PR problem though, huh?
Because of the big needles and the recovery time?
The big needles especially.
That's definitely an issue, yeah. But it's so critical that we expand our registry. All signs indicate that we're going to be facing more cases than ever.
What would I have to do? If I were interested, I mean.
Well, the first part is easy and totally painless. You just fill out a donor application. I have one in my bag if you'd like to take a look. Yeah. There's an online version as well, of course.
Thanks.
Then we'll swab you, analyze the swab, and put you in our registry.
Swab as in cotton swab, right? That wasn't code for sticking me with something long and pointy, was it?
No, just cotton. I have a kit in my bag if you'd like to take a look.
What happens after that?
Well, if you match a patient, we'll contact you to see if you're still willing to donate. If you wish to proceed, we'll ask you about your health to be sure it's totally safe for you to donate bone marrow. Then, we'll schedule more testing to see if you're the best match for this patient. Throughout the process, you'll be one of several people being tested, so the chances of being selected are about 1 in 12.
It's like an audition, except better odds. I'm an actor. Sorta.
Actor. Cool. I guess it is sort of like an audition. Though we're not making any value judgments about who you are as a person. Some people are just better matches in specific situations than others.
Yeah, I get it. It's not like someone's gonna analyze my swab and say she doesn't have enough stage presence to be a bone marrow donor.
I have definitely never heard a doctor say that.
So I can do this right now if I want to.
I wasn't planning on registering anyone today, but there's no reason why I can't.
Then let's do it.
Hi, I'm Jenna Morelli. I'm host of the TV show Wake Up New Milford, and this is my podcast, Conscious Capitalism. Welcome. And today my guest is Ray Sweeney, philanthropist, activist, founder, and owner of an international company located right here in the heart of New Milford. Hey, Ray.
Hi, Jenna. Great to be here.
I'd like to know how you decided to structure your business to provide a percentage of...
Bro, you really need to chill. We got our whole lives to work hard. College's in the place.
Listen, if I don't work hard right now, I may never have a real say in my future.
Always believed in doing good for others.
I suppose you have it all figured out from your prone position.
Oh, I do, my friend. I do.
Got this monster gig at a fraternity rager this weekend. You do realize I'm destined to be a famous DJ in a few short years, right?
I hope that's so for your sake, but maybe you should consider a safety net just in case it doesn't work out.
That is the safety net.
Really? Okay, so what's plan A then?
That's between me and the state lottery.
I worry about you, Randy. I really, really do.
You'd be the first. Of course, you've got your master plan all mapped out, right?
You know I do. And the internship that I'll be starting this spring semester is a big part of that.
You're gonna nail that.
I really hope so, man. From what I hear, if an intern really just knocks it out of the park, it's like a fast track to a management position.
You got this, Kev.
Not if I don't keep my grades up.
But the one that's most exciting to me now is we're always looking for deserving young people who are interested in business and community so we can support their hard work. After all, Jenna, they're our future, and we need to spread as much kindness as we can going forward.
Look at that.
What's going on?
Rusty Bartlett died.
Am I supposed to know who Rusty Bartlett is? Rusty Bartlett signed this.
Allegedly.
I still don't know who Rusty Bartlett is.
It's no reason you should. He was a second baseman who had a couple of good years. My dad sent me this when he was trying to wench his way back into my life. Idiot didn't even realize I hated baseball. I haven't seen my old man since I was a toddler. When I was in middle school, I actually managed to track the bum down, but he gave me a dozen excuses why he couldn't see me. Got sick and couldn't travel. Just started a new job. The list goes on. I think I told you my junior year in high school, he tried to get together with me. Baseball was part of that. But it completely blew him off. He had his chances,
Sorry, Randy.
I don't need you to apologize, Kev. You're not the one who didn't want to hang out with me.
That's for sure. Hanging out is what we do best.
Well, now Rusty Bartlett's dead. Rusty Bartlett. Superstar.
So, highlighting how much we need each other.
That is so true.
I'm gonna put this back.
I'm glad you're back on campus, Jess.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to tell you since the funeral how beautiful the service was. Your father had so many people who loved him.
I know. I mean, more than a dozen people wanted to speak. I'm just glad I wasn't the one who had to tell my Uncle Charlie that he didn't make the cut.
Wait, is that the one who says to tell you the truth at the beginning of every sentence?
Yeah, that's him.
Your mother made a good decision. Do you think you're gonna do a Christmas project this year?
I don't know. My brother and I had talked about it, but it's really hard to think about anything like that right now.
Yeah, I get it. Your father would want you to, though, right?
Yeah.
What was your favorite project ever?
That would have to be Puppy Palooza.
Is that the one with the rescue dogs?
Yeah. I think I was around 9, so Steve must have been like 7. And we just gotten our own rescue dog that winter, and I was obsessed with her, like really obsessed. I insisted that she sleep in my bed, and I would put bows in her hair. I would even dress her up.
You mean like sweaters?
Worse. Tutus? I know. So, when my dad started talking to us about our next Christmas project, all I could think about was puppies. I mean, my mom would suggest something about helping people find jobs, and I'd say something about puppies. And my dad would suggest something about helping feed the homeless, and I'd still say something about puppies. But, I mean, they finally got the message because Puppy Palooza was born. My dad found a shelter that was willing to partner with us, and we connected 50 dogs to low-income kids. And then we went to the pet supply store and got them to offer each family a year's worth of food and toys. And we went to the pet hospital and got them to offer their services for free.
I can't believe you got everyone to do this.
Yeah, well, we can be very persuasive and, you know,
Puppies.
puppies. Yeah, exactly.
I hear ya.
So that November, Steve and I just spent most of our time decorating dog collars. And my tutu idea was nixed instantly, which I was not happy about. I was so mad. But that Christmas Eve, we rented out a van, and Steve and I stayed in the back playing with the dogs as we made deliveries. It was crazy and wonderful. And the kids were just so appreciative, you know? The only thing was I found myself getting a little sad as the van emptied out when there were only a few puppies left. And I mentioned how hard it was going to be to let them all go. You know what my dad said?
What did he say?
He said, "Those puppies will be with you forever, babe. They've taken permanent residence in your heart."
He was right, Jess. It's something we should all remember.
I know. I still miss them, though. I really miss him.
Light with 2 sugars, right?
Yeah, thanks. I think I saw something move over there.
Randy isn't in there, is he?
I don't think so.
Sometimes I can't tell. You really think you saw something move?
Maybe it was just my imagination. I can certainly imagine something moving in there.
Got to get him to clean up his side of the room.
Or maybe just seal it off with plastic or something.
Yeah, that could work.
I'm worried about Jessy, Kevin.
It sounds like she was just so sad when you saw her yesterday.
It's not that. Of course she's sad. How could she not be sad? What got to me was that she somehow managed to get the old Jessy out. But then that Jessy was crushed by her grief. When have you ever known anything to beat Jessy?
It's gonna be a tough road for her. We just have to let her know that we're gonna be there for whatever she needs.
Yeah. Whatever she needs. But you should have seen her when she was talking about the puppy thing. She was so alive, so Jessy. And then, yeah, it's gonna take her a long time to heal. A very long time. But I think it would help if we could somehow convince her to do a Christmas project this year.
You gotta be careful with that, though. From what you told me, the projects just remind her of her father. And right now, that just brings her right back to her grief.
Yeah, I know. I know. Hello? Yes, it is. I did. Yes. Tomorrow? Yeah, sure. What time? Yeah, that works. See you then. That was unexpected?
Someone leaving you $1 million?
Not exactly. That was the hospital. I put myself on a bone marrow donation list, and they want to talk to me about a possible match.
Whoa. You would do that?
It's a long shot that they'd actually pick me. Hey, don't mention this to any of the others, okay? It's probably not going to be anything, but if it is, I'd like to keep it close.
I get it.
Kev? Dad. What are you doing here? Is this what you do every day?
I do whatever they tell me to do.
When you said you got a job at a museum, I was thinking, I don't know, a gift shop or something.
It's not a great time to find work. I took what I could find.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
What are you doing here?
Listen, kiddo, I came to give you some news. And I wanted to do it in person.
What is it? Is everyone okay?
Yeah, we're all fine. It's nothing like that. It's just... I just got laid off. And with the economy around here being like it is, I don't think I'll be getting a good paying job in the near future.
Okay. That's not great news. You're gonna find work in no time. I promise.
Kevin, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to pay for your last semester of college and still have enough money to keep the family afloat. You don't know how much it hurts me to have to tell you this. I mean, your aunt thinks she can scrape up a few bucks, but it's not going to be much. We were always skating on thin ice with this school anyway.
If I'm not in school, I can't do the internship at Apex. If I don't do the internship at Apex, I'm gonna be painting a lot of walls, maybe for the rest of my life.
Kevin, I am so sorry.
No, I know you are, Dad.
Listen, I gotta get back to work. I'm driving people around to make some extra cash, and I can't sign off for too long. But like I said, I did want to tell you this in person.
Yeah. Thank you. I should get back to work too. I certainly can't afford to lose this job now.
I'll call you tomorrow, okay?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in today, Izzy.
Of course. I mean, I thought about making a run for Mexico, but then...
Come with me. I'll walk you through the procedure.
You know, I didn't expect this to happen so quickly.
Well, in this particular case, we didn't have a choice. Did anyone mention that the recipient is a 4-year-old?
4? No. I just got a call saying I was a possible match. And then I got another call telling me all about the potential risks and side effects. It was like listening to one of those pharmaceutical ads. I wasn't terrified at all by that.
Yeah, our legal department makes us say all that stuff.
Well, you know, if there was even the tiniest chance that one of my limbs were going to spontaneously fall off, I guess I would want some advance warning about that.
I don't think that's one of the side effects.
I know. I'm sorry if I sound a little manic. I'm pretty nervous about this.
Understood. Let me tell you something, Izzy. Giving marrow is a life-saving gift. You deserve an enormous amount of credit for this.
Thanks. I mean, I have the stuff. I might as well use it. Sorry, I'm gonna stop saying stupid things now.
I would be nervous too if I were you.
Does that mean I should be nervous?
let me say that a different way. It's completely understandable that you're nervous, even though we've done this procedure hundreds of times.
Okay. Let me have it.
Okay. So you'll come in and we're gonna put you on an IV drip. Then you'll be put under anesthesia. The procedure itself is completely painless.
I like the sound of that.
After you're asleep, the doctor will take a needle and withdraw the liquid marrow from the back of your pelvic bone.
That doesn't sound as good.
Remember, you are out. All of it.
Right.
And that's really it as far as the procedure is concerned. Any marrow that we take out will replace itself between 4 to 6 weeks. Recovery times vary, but you should be back at school within a few days.
Wow, so within a few days, it'll be like it never happened.
I didn't say that. You should expect some soreness in your lower back for a while. Most donors report 3 weeks for full recovery.
Oh, 3 weeks is definitely longer than a few days.
It might not be that bad, but you should be prepared.
I understand. So you'll let me know when you're ready to schedule this?
We were hoping to do it on Friday.
Friday? As in 2 days, Friday?
This little girl, she's been waiting for a while. A dangerously long while, actually, which is why we called you so fast. You could not have picked a better time to become a donor.
Friday?
If at all possible.
Can I get back to you tomorrow?
Of course. I know this is a lot to think about, Izzy, but we are running out of time. And if you turn us down, then it's going to be awfully difficult to find someone else in the system.
No pressure, huh?
I don't mean to pressure you, Izzy, but... well, maybe I do.
And you're pretty sure one of my limbs isn't gonna fall off spontaneously?
Almost 100% certain.
Hey, up!
What's wrong? Did something happen at the frat house?
You mean besides you being a total no-show?
I told you I wasn't going to your rave. I've literally never gone to one.
Yeah, well, for what it's worth, I could have really used your backup tonight.
Why? What happened?
You're not gonna believe this. My dad showed up.
Your dad?
One and only.
I thought you haven't seen him in years.
He said he's been following me on Twitter.
That's kind of weird. It doesn't sound awful so far.
Yeah, well, awful came next. First, he started talking about wanting me back in my life. Then he started giving me more excuses. Then he started throwing shade at my mom, and that's when things got heated.
How heated?
Heated enough that I've been restricted from ever DJing on school property again.
What did you do?
What? Thanks for giving me the benefit of the doubt, man. Doesn't matter. I'm banned. Why does this kind of stuff always happen to me, Kev?
Trust me, you really don't want to have a lousy day competition with me right now.
Oh, what? You have a bad day? What happened? You get an A- on a test or something?
You know what, Randy? You don't have the market cornered on hardship, okay?
Whatever, man.
What did you do?
Thanks for giving me the benefit of the doubt, man.
PowerPoint presentations aren't necessary because volunteers aren't involved in our daily operations.
Kevin, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to pay for your last semester of college.
This little girl, she's been waiting for a while. A dangerously long while, actually, which is why we called you so fast.
I'm thinking about leaving school. Dear Lord, we need to have a little talk. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm terrified, and I could really use a hand here. I know I shouldn't be thinking about myself or talking about a 4-year-old girl here, but the person at the hospital really scared me. Between the procedure and the pain afterwards, I think I might be a little out of my league here. Can we be straight with each other? I'm kind of coward. I mean, I won't go on roller coasters. I won't swim at the deep end of a pool. I won't even eat spicy food. So to have someone stick a needle in me the size of a javelin goes a little outside of my comfort zone. And then the after effects, if they're telling me that I'm gonna be a little uncomfortable for a few weeks, then they probably mean I'm gonna be uncomfortable until, I don't know, Labor Day? But yes, there's this little girl, and she's in a lot of trouble, and it doesn't sound like she has any other options. And obviously I'm supposed to do this, right? How else can you explain my being in that same hallway as the guy looking for donors? That was a really big sign you threw in front of me right there. And Jesse's dad made it super clear that we're supposed to look for signs. But if you could just give me one more, just to make sure I'm not misreading things. What is this doing in here? Good one.
Your love is everywhere.
And Mr. John. Okay. All right, great. Thank you so much. Ava, what are you doing here? You didn't come to blow me away with another PowerPoint presentation, did you?
No. Message received. Actually, I'm here to visit someone I met the last time I was here. Mrs. Lecomte?
Mrs. Lecomte? She's one of our oldest residents. How did you meet her?
She was sitting by herself in the sunroom.
She was. We don't usually let our residents sit alone in the sunroom, but I'm not sure how she's doing today. She has good days and bad days. You know, it doesn't help that her family doesn't visit her very often. Her children have retired to Florida, and her grandchildren are all over the country, so, I mean...
That's sad.
Yeah. Thank goodness that they were able to house her in our community. Follow me. I'll take you to her. Mrs. Lecomte, I have someone here to see you.
Oh, fine. I was just looking out the window.
Come on in. Mrs. Lecomte, this is Ava. She said that she saw you sitting by yourself in the sunroom the other day.
Oh, no, I think so. Mm-mm. But it's nice to meet you.
We actually met in the sunroom.
Here, come sit down next to me. Look out at that beautiful bright blue sky. It appears that the good Lord has seen fit to give us another beautiful day, hasn't he?
Mrs. Lecomte has lived quite a life.
Almost 2 at this point. Am I supposed to be at work right now? Is that why you're here? You came to fetch me, to take me to my job at the laundry?
No, Mrs. Lecomte, that's not why we're here today.
It appears that the good Lord has seen fit to give us another beautiful day, hasn't he?
Sure has.
Mrs. Lecomte, Ava needs to get going, so I'm gonna walk her out. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
It was nice to meet you, Mrs. Lecomte.
Bye.
And thank you again so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to meet with me today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, the
pleasure's mine. You know, I'm excited for the opportunity to get involved.
And I'm really thrilled to hear that, sir. I'll get down to it then. Here you are.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Sweeney, I come from a very humble background. You could even say that I grew up straddling the poverty line. Scraping the money together to go to college was a real challenge for me and my family. But we managed to make it happen. Or, well, we almost did. I'm sorry. This isn't about me. I'm sorry. Recently, I've decided that I would like to establish a college scholarship. Enough money for some poor kid to go to school. Not a handout, but a hand up. Now, I know that I've set a lofty goal here, but with the right supports in place, I'm confident that we can make a real difference with this.
You know, I hear what you're saying. If I hadn't been lent a hand when I was coming up, I'd never be where I am today. I'm blessed to have the opportunity to give back.
I guess I came to the right place.
I guess you did. So let's talk numbers. What are you looking for from me?
So I was hoping that I could convince you to commit a donation of $1,000.
Well, you have clearly put a lot of thought into this project.
I have.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
So, I need to know one last thing before I give you my decision.
Okay.
I need to know why, at your age, you're doing all this for folks you never even met.
A very wise man recently told me that I wasn't doing enough to spread kindness. He told me that I'd see a sign, and that would make my mission clear. I've gotten my sign, and this is my response.
Well, it's a good thing you were paying attention.
It was hard to miss, sir. Look, I know this is a lot to ask for, but
put my company down for $5,000 a year.
Wait, what?
I'm committing $5,000 annually for 5 years, and we can revisit it at that time, and if we need to, we can adjust the amount.
Mr. Sweeney, I don't know what to say.
I think you've said everything you need to, Kevin. And can I offer you a small piece of advice?
Oh, please do.
So going forward, don't sell yourself short on your sales pitch. This is a very good cause, Kevin. And I have to imagine there'll be lots more business leaders, community leaders, all stepping up to offer their support.
Really? You think so?
Well, if I have my say, and I will, absolutely.
Wow, I cannot thank you enough.
So, a couple minutes ago, you said that you almost made it. What do you mean?
I recently learned that my family won't be able to get me through my last semester. It means that I'll have to punt on a huge internship opportunity, and I might have to put off graduation for a while.
And yet here you are, giving your best to raise money for other people. I think that says quite a bit about you, Kevin.
I'm definitely not the smartest man at this table, but even I realize that there are a whole lot of folks out there who have it much worse off than I do. Like that wise man said, when you see a sign, you have to pay attention.
Yeah. I think that's something we both need to remember. Come by my office next week. I'll give you the check.
Either the anesthesia still hasn't worn off, or this remote is alien technology.
It's the remote. Others have suggested that our remotes are in violation of the Geneva Convention. How are you feeling, Izzy?
Like I've been stabbed with a telephone pole.
That should change soon enough. In about an hour or so, you should only feel like someone stabbed you with a mailbox post.
Oh, you're funny, which I would normally appreciate. Right now, not so much.
Sorry. I thought you'd want to know that the procedure went extremely well.
I'm glad to hear that. When does the girl get the infusion?
It's happening right now.
Wow, you guys do work fast. Looks like I have some praying to do, huh?
Well, she's in good hands, but your prayers would be appreciated. Izzy, I don't want you to be alarmed by anything, but some of your numbers aren't where I'd like them to be.
Are you looking at my credit report? I can explain.
Well, your sense of humor hasn't suffered. But like I said, I don't want you to be alarmed by anything. Recovery times vary. It's just that I prefer to keep you overnight.
And I shouldn't be alarmed by this.
And you really shouldn't. This is a pretty invasive procedure. It's just best if we keep a close eye on you. Really, Izzy, I think everything's going to be totally fine.
I believe you, doctor. But if I can't get this remote to work, it's going to be a very long night.
Well, let me get Javi on this for you.
I had a feeling you'd be playing hooky today, too.
Yeah, I am. I mean, it's not like I'm getting anything from my classes right now anyway.
See, I've been saying that for years. I just wanted to tell you that I've also been thinking about bailing out of school, Jess.
Oh, that would be a dumb move.
What, and for you it'd be a smart move?
We're going through very different experiences right now, Randy. I never imagined that emotional pain could feel this intense, this consuming. And ever since my dad died, I've just felt lost. Like I don't even know who I am anymore. And school, well, school just feels pointless. Because if I don't know where I am, how am I supposed to know where I should be heading?
What do you think your father would say about that question?
You know, maybe we're both dumb for thinking about quitting school.
Well, you're dumb about quitting school. I'm dumb about everything. My Dad dropped another bomb on my life, Jess. He's such a loser.
Maybe he just doesn't know how to connect with you.
It's not that hard.
Really?
All right, well, maybe I make it hard. Not that he doesn't deserve everything he gets from me.
Maybe he's not a monster. Maybe he just doesn't know how to do the right thing.
Yeah, well, I don't know that I can be that generous.
I don't know that you want to wait until it's too late to be that generous.
You know what, Jess? You're a lousy friend. Because a good friend would just agree with me no matter how little sense I was making.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that under advisement.
You know, I think this is the longest I've ever sat in silence with any of you guys. What do you think that means?
Maybe it's a sign that you're evolving.
A sign? Why didn't I see it?
Okay, you lost me there, Andy.
Wait, tell me this. Have you decided on a Christmas project yet?
Yeah, I don't think that I'm gonna...
No. Yes, you are. You need this, and your partner needs this.
My partner?
Yes, your partner, that would be me. Look, I just came up with this idea, but there's no way I'm going to be able to pull it off by myself.
Randy, I don't know.
Hey, your father would want you to hear me out.
Really? That's such a low blow. Okay, fine. You have my attention.
Nothing stop my mission. The Glorg will rule.
Shouldn't you be sleeping?
Can't.
I know what you mean. Who are these guys?
Whoever I want them to be. Right now, this is Florgal. She's the superhero. This is Bletch. She's the bad guy.
I never trusted the Glorg.
You seen the Glorg?
I heard you from outside. So why can't you sleep?
I got a lot going on lately.
You want a little company?
You're a stranger, right?
Well, yeah. But I'm harmless, I promise. I can stay by the door if you'd like.
No, I can try your game.
Thanks. So I have an idea. I'm an actor.
What have you been on?
Well, I've been on stage a bunch of times.
Have you ever been on television?
No, I haven't.
YouTube?
Well, no.
TikTok?
Actors do a lot of different things. And one of the things that actors do is something called improv.
What's that?
It's when a bunch of people tell a story together. Do you want to try?
Sure.
Okay, so I need a start to the story. You want to give me an idea?
Aliens eating lunch.
Aliens eating lunch. Okay, so in improv, when you get that situation, you say yes, and their waiter doesn't want to give them refills on their neutron juice.
Thirsty must have more neutron juice.
Sir, the menu clearly states no more refills.
Must have more neutron juice.
I'm sorry, Mr. Farkle. Is my waiter giving you a hard time?
Can't survive without neutron juice.
I got a call saying you're killing your customers again, Blitch. I'm gonna have to write you up. And that's improv.
That's really fun.
I'm glad you thought so.
I'm really tired now.
You know, Bletch changed his mind. He said when you wake up, you can have as much neutron juice as you'd like.
That's nice.
Hey. Thanks for coming down, Kevin. I appreciate it.
Are you kidding? I should be the one thanking you.
So how you been?
I've been okay under the circumstances. Better than a lot of people, I suppose.
Positive attitude. I appreciate that. This is a check for $5,000 we agreed upon to fund your scholarship initiative.
I cannot thank you enough, Mr. Sweeney. Your generosity is going to make a huge impact in so many people's lives. And you're calling other businesses on my behalf. It's been a big help. I think we might be able to start multiple scholarships because of this.
Starting with you.
What's this?
I just selected you as the first recipient.
But I
That check will cover next semester's tuition, along with any incidentals that you might encounter.
Incidentals, Mr. Sweeney, I don't know if...
Kevin, I can't tell you how impressed I am that you started this charitable initiative even when you were unsure about your own future.
It was the right thing to do, sir.
Yes, it was. And a lot of people don't realize that. So spread the word, Kevin. Without being obnoxious about it, people don't like that. But people need to understand the value of spreading kindness.
And Jesse's dad talked about the same thing.
I wish I'd had a chance to meet him. And I'm very glad I had the chance to meet you. You know, Kevin, if it were a different young man or young woman sitting across from me, I'd tell him, get out in the world, earn it. Show me I've made a good investment. But I don't need to tell you any of that, because I already know you're going to do great things in this world. And more importantly, I know what a good and decent man you're going to be.
I'm honored, sir.
The honor's mine, son.
Mrs. Lecomte?
Come in.
Hello, Mrs. Lecomte. I'm not sure if you remember me, but I'm Ava. Is it okay if I sit with you for a bit?
Yeah. Sit next to me. I don't know how much time I have left, but whatever it is, I'd be happy to share it with you. Take a look at that bright blue sky. It seems like the good Lord has decided to give us another beautiful day, hasn't he?
Sure has. I heard you have quite a large family.
I do. I do. I've lived long enough that I got to meet 5 generations of my family. And I have 40 grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. I didn't get married till I was 30 years old, which in those days was like an old spinster. We met at the North End Laundry, right on the bank of the Totten River. And we had 5 children, 4 boys and 1 girl. And my poor Robert passed on from a bad ticker and left me to take care of 5 children by myself. That wasn't very considerate of him, was it?
That must have been a lot of work.
We worked hard back then. Until the hurricane of '68 that wiped out the laundry. After that, I just took whatever odd jobs that I could find.
That couldn't have been easy.
Well, I did what I had to do, and I had 4 boys who eventually joined the service. For years, I had stars hanging in the front window, one for each of them, while they were protecting our country. I didn't have much, but I did volunteer. Like you. Sometimes I even made up food baskets for the needy.
I'm sure everyone appreciated that.
My boys stayed safe. During that period of time, I joined the American Legion. And can you believe it? They made me the first woman president of the local AMVETS.
Really?
Yeah.
You really have lived an amazing life, Mrs. LeCompte.
If life is an endurance test, I passed. But it's not, you know.
Not what?
An endurance test. Life is a never-ending series of choices. So choose to be happy at every chance you can.
Thanks for that advice, Mrs. LeCompte. I will.
You make sure of that.
Yes.
Okay.
And thank you. I really enjoyed our conversation today.
Well, my door is always open. That is, until the good Lord decides to come and take me home.
It's the reason.
I'm so happy we caught you. The front desk didn't know if you had been discharged yet or not.
Yeah, I was just waiting for the nurse to finally come with my wheelchair. I'm sorry, have we met before?
No, we haven't met, but we know you very, very well. You're the answer to our prayers.
I can honestly say no one has ever told me that before.
Oh, but you are. You are.
Do you need me to call somebody for you?
You must think we're lunatics. We haven't introduced ourselves. I'm Tracy Baker, and this mess over here is my husband, Don.
Hi.
Our daughter Cameron was in serious trouble until you saved her life.
You're the parents of the little girl. Now I'm gonna start crying. I've never been able to see people cry without crying myself. I once had a scene on stage and I was supposed to play the heartless villain. And then one of the other characters started crying and I just broke down. Not a very convincing villain.
Cameron told us you were a great actor.
How did Cameron know I was an actor? Was that a part of the screening process? So if I had been an engineering major, she would have rejected me?
She said she met you last night. She said she needed more neutron juice, whatever that means.
That was Cameron?
She said she had a great night's sleep after playing dolls with you.
Well, improv. But she slept well?
First time in weeks. She just wasn't sleeping. It was like those early days when we first adopted her.
Then that confirms it.
I'm sorry?
I'm not a great actor, Mr. and Mrs. Baker. I'm not even a good actor. But I think I'm pretty decent at some other things. Thank Cameron for me, okay?
We came here to thank you.
Then things turned out the way they're meant to be.
Jenna, we're live in 3, 2, 1.
We've come to what is always one of my favorite segments of the year, our annual Thanksgiving Eve Christmas tree lighting. And joining me now, as he has for the past several years, is Ray Sweeney, one of the area's most active philanthropists.
I don't have to tell you this has been a challenging year. And I'd guess that for many of your viewers, this might have been the most challenging year of their lives. I met a remarkable group of college seniors with a very important mission. And it's a mission I think we all should adopt.
That mission is to be kind to others, to lend others a hand, to give them a chance to reach for their own dreams.
So I came this close to not graduating college.
I was horribly frustrated because I didn't get a leading role in a play.
I came to college here with very big ambitions and an even bigger chip on my shoulder.
My sign was my deadbeat dad turning up out of nowhere to blow up my life.
Okay.
But it actually turned out all right because it helped me realize how important it is to think about others, not just ourselves.
I'm working with the hospital to start a children's theater workshop for their patients.
We created a student scholarship that will go out to the students who are in the greatest need and also show the greatest desire to contribute to our community.
I worked with the college to create a volunteer program where every week dozens of students will visit our senior citizens.
Our project has been to launch a program that helps fathers reconnect with their children. Because I learned that an important part of kindness is cutting other people some slack.
The Christmas projects that they mentioned have been a Cabral family tradition for before I was even born.
And to keep that tradition alive, Jessy, the City Council has voted to establish a community resource center so that others inspired by the Thursday Night Club can create their own Christmas projects. And Easter projects.
And Flag Day projects, and I don't know, September 27th projects. I think we have a mission to make every day sparkle. And to do that, we have to share with each other and pick each other up and come together to do something incredible that we couldn't do alone. I mean, how amazing would that be?
Hey, Jenna, weren't we supposed to be lighting that Christmas tree?
That Christmas Eve, before we headed home to our respective families, we made sure that all of our kindness projects were fully operational. Most important was what happened on December 26th, though. That afternoon, we started making plans on a joint kindness project for March 1st. That's National Peanut Butter Lovers Day, for those of you who don't know.
Hi, I'm Mike Mushaw, and I play bone marrow donor registry executive in the film The Thursday Night Club. But I wasn't cast because I'm an actor. I was cast because I donated my bone marrow to save the life of a little girl. It is the most rewarding thing I have ever done. Find out more about bone marrow donation and how you can help save a life. Thank you.
I got His truth, I got His love, I got His